Hey guys, it's Ross Scotland on the Space Coach. It's time for a Bigelow Aerospace update. It's been a couple of months since we last discussed something. It was back in October when I was in New York, and there is an update. They are launching or have launched a company called Bigelow Space Operations. And what that's going to be doing is all of the marketing and selling and ticketing and all that sort of stuff for their upcoming stations that they're planning. Now, Bigelow are going to carry out a fact-finding exercise this year, lasting through to December, that Robert Bigelow says is going to cost millions of dollars, or they're going to spend millions of dollars on it. And that's going to gauge what interest, if any, there is for their habitats. So that'll be commercial, governmental, all sorts of stuff. So it should be very interesting because we recall, because obviously we spoke about Bigelow for years and years and years on the channel. There was the initial interest from places like Sweden and Singapore and the UAE. Even I think there was talk of the UK, but who knows now. As well as Japanese corporations and government as well. So it'll be very interesting to find out what the market is for these habitats. Bigelow is saying that, well, they hope it's going to be great news at the end of the year, that there is a big market that's been untapped. And now that things like crew transport is starting to come online in the next year or two, they'll actually be able to launch their habitats, which they're planning on doing in 2021. That's the ULA partnership, I believe, that we've discussed previously. There's also talk of using one or more of the modules as the Deep Space Gateway outpost orbiting the moon, which would be very interesting. And of course, there was talk a while back, I don't know if it's still in their plans, of flying one down to the lunar surface and having that as your outpost there. They're also looking for somewhere to build in due course the Olympus modules, and I assume larger ones in due course once there are rockets that can launch them. Although no location has been decided yet. Maybe it will end up still being in Las Vegas. Maybe it will be somewhere else. Probably would have to be near a launch site, thinking about it, because that module is enormous. It would have to be near to the launch site and able to get to the launch site, if you know what I mean. But yes, it's more news on Bigelow, which is a company, as you know, I find absolutely fascinating. And I really hope we get to see loads of Bigelows, as we call them, up in orbit in due course. But yes, they're moving ahead. We'll know this year if it's going ahead. If there isn't that much of a market, we'll probably hold off on launching their modules until there is some sort of market. And obviously by that time, the mid-2020s, the ISS is going to need replacing one way or another. And obviously Bigelow modules would very likely be the perfect actual, what's the word I'm looking for? Successor to the ISS. But we shall just have to wait and see. For now, they're carrying out their exercise to see what the demand is. Let's hope there's loads. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment or suggestion of upcoming topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.